Hey there, you glorious caped chaos enthusiasts. Welcome back to Holly Molly, where we treat comic books like sacred texts, superhero drama like reality TV, and plot twists like personal betrayals. Today, we're diving into the top 10 Justice League moments absolutely need a big screen adaptation. Now we're talking punch-outs, multiverse meltdowns, evil twins, and Batman's legendary trust issues. So grab your popcorn and maybe your emotional support cape, because this list is where peak comic insanity meets cinematic potential. Let's go. Number 1, Batman vs. Guy Gardner. Let's be real. When you think of Justice League throwdowns, you probably picture epic battles against Darkseid or brain-bending multiversal crises. But no, one of the most legendary Justice League moments involves Batman casually one-punching his own teammate into unconsciousness.
You so much as sneeze without my permission, you're going to regret it.
That I'd like to see. One punch. One punch!
And we're not talking about some nameless sidekick. We're talking about Green Lantern Guy Gardner, arguably the most mouthy, cocky, and combative dude to ever wear the ring. The scene goes down like this. Guy's been trash-talking Batman for weeks, convinced he should be the one calling the shots. He finally demands a fight, takes off his ring, because drama, and before he can throw a punch, bam, Batman lays him out with one clean shot. No warm-up, no dramatic music, just pure bat-fist justice. This scene is iconic not just for the punch, but for the way it captures teen tension, ego clashes, and Batman's zero-tolerance policy for nonsense. In a movie, this could be a hilarious palate cleanser sandwiched between galaxy-ending threats. Imagine the audience gasping, then laughing, then rewinding it in their minds 5 times. It's also a perfect way to show that even in a room full of gods, sometimes the scariest guy is the one with no powers. Just perfect aim and endless patience, until it runs out. Give us this moment on screen, DC. We've seen Batman break bones. Now let him break egos, with a smirk. Number 2, the formation of the Justice League. The glorious birth of the Justice League. A moment that should feel like an inspiring orchestral swell of unity and power, but let's be honest, it was probably a little awkward at first. Picture it, a bunch of caped weirdos with wildly different vibes and costume choices standing around going, so, we fighting this space monster together or nah? In most iterations, whether it's the comics, the animated series, or Zack Snyder's moody slow-motion montage, the League comes together because some planet-sized threat rolls in and makes Earth look like an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's a classic we hate each other, but we hate getting vaporized more situation. And it works. Watching these clashing personalities, broody Batman, noble Superman, sassy Flash, all-powerful Wonder Woman, grudgingly team up is always cinematic gold. What would make a movie adaptation of this even better is leaning into the chaos of that early teen dynamic. Give us mistrust. Give us sarcastic banter. Give us Batman silently judging everyone from the shadows, while Aquaman is like, is this guy even real? In fact, the messier it is, the more fun it'll be. Plus, let's face it, every great squad needs that one awkward group project phase before they become besties. Show us how Earth's most dysfunctional band of heroes became the world's last hope, and maybe, just maybe, gave us the coolest group chat in comic history. Number 3, the death of Superman. Let's talk about the time Superman died. Yes, the Superman. The Man of Steel. The last son of Krypton. The guy who can bench press a planet and still hold the door for you. Even the most invincible alien has one bad day. And that day came wrapped in spikes and growling like a roided-out cave troll named Doomsday. This wasn't your average comic book fight. This was full-on demolition. Doomsday rampaged across America like a hurricane with fists, and Superman was the only one who stood a chance at stopping him. So naturally, Superman did what he does best. He punched until he couldn't punch anymore. Both of them went down swinging, and for one teary panel, Earth lost its golden boy. Now imagine this in a movie, but instead of just going full grayscale misery mode, we're looking at you, 2016. Let's have some emotional balance. Show the League scrambling, Flash trying to carry civilians away at lightning speed, Batman yelling, "Enemies!" and Wonder Woman slicing through debris like a boss. Then cut to Lois Lane standing in the chaos, probably thinking this was not in the boyfriend contract. Done right, Superman's death can still hit hard, but with just enough personality to feel real. Show us the heroics, but let the characters breathe. Let them mourn, yes, but also let them be awkward, confused, and human. Because honestly, even the Justice League doesn't know what to do when the one guy with laser eyes and god-tier hair isn't around to save the day. Number 4, the Tower of Babel. Imagine being in the Justice League, saving the world with your besties, when suddenly you all get taken down, not by a supervillain, but by Batman's secret in case y'all go rogue files. Basically, Batman, being the ultimate Type A Doomsday prepper, created super detailed plans to neutralize every single Justice League member, just in case. Kryptonite gum for Superman, hallucination gas for Wonder Woman, dehydrating Aquaman like a houseplant, you know, friendly stuff. And then surprise, those plans get stolen by Ra's al Ghul, who actually uses them. So now the League is dying in horribly specific ways, and Batman is standing there like, okay, yes, technically this is my fault, but can we talk about how well these plans worked? This would make for a brilliant movie plot, not because of the action, though watching Superman get nerfed by spicy gum would be worth the ticket price alone, but because it's peak team drama. Everyone's mad, everyone's hurt, and Batman, unflinching, emotionally constipated Batman, has to explain why he made PowerPoint presentations on how to defeat his friends. It's like a superhero soap opera meets a high-stakes spy thriller. Add some betrayal, explosive fight scenes, group therapy that no one attends, and you've got DC gold. Also, let's be honest, every friend group has that one person who plans for the worst-case scenario. The difference is, Batman actually executes it. Number 5, Crisis on Infinite Earths. If you've ever thought, wow, the DC universe seems kind of complicated, then congratulations. You've accidentally wandered into the aftermath of Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is the comic event where DC looked at its own tangled multiverse of 1,000 Supermen and a dozen Batmans and said, you know what? Let's just blow it all up and start over. The setup? An evil cosmic force called the Anti-Monitor, basically a giant glowing skinless Thanos with worse PR, starts erasing entire universes. One by one, worlds collapse like Jenga blocks. The Justice League and, well, literally everyone else in the DC catalog, from cavemen to talking chimps, have to team up to stop it. Spoiler, not everyone makes it out. Supergirl dies a tragic death. Barry Allen runs so fast he dissolves. It's epic, it's messy, and it's DC's version of a multiversal spring cleaning. Now imagine this on the big screen. It's like Avengers Endgame on cosmic steroids. We're talking planet-sized stakes, tearjerker sacrifices, and enough portal openings to make your head spin. Picture Batman trying to explain Earth 3's evil Superman to Alfred over tea, or multiple Flashes getting confused about who gets to say, I'm the fastest man alive. A movie adaptation of Crisis could be the chaotic, emotional, sci-fi spectacle of the decade, and let's be honest, we all want to see at least 3 Batmans arguing in a bat cave about who has the best chin. Number 6, Justice League International's humorous era. Before gritty reboots, slow-mo fight scenes, and existential dread became standard superhero fare, there was Justice League International, the comic run that asked, what if the Justice League was less godlike saviors and more office sitcom with capes? This era gave us something rare in superhero lore: chaos, comedy, and characters acting like actual people. Superman? Not really there. Batman? Yes, but with extra deadpan. The main cast? B-listers and lovable misfits like Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, who spent as much time arguing over snacks as they did saving the world, and somehow it worked. One of the best moments? Booster and Beetle trying to launch their own superhero-themed fast food franchise, Club JLI. Another? Batman knocking out Guy Gardner. Yes, again, and everyone just moving on. This version of the League deserves a movie not in spite of its ridiculousness, but because of it. Justice League International is proof that saving the world doesn't always have to be angsty and brooding. Sometimes it's just a bunch of glorified roommates trying to keep their HQ from exploding. Again. Number 7, the return of Barry Allen. There are awkward family reunions, and then there's the return of Barry Allen. Imagine being Wally West. Your mentor's dead, you've inherited the mantle of the Flash, you finally stopped tripping over your own feet, and then, bam, Barry Allen shows up alive. No warning, no explanation, just casually waltzing out of the Speed Force like, hey buddy, thanks for keeping the suit warm, except something's off. Barry's not acting like the classic dad energy paragon of hope we all remember. He's edgy, moody, kind of mean. This storyline gave us drama, identity crises, and one of the best who really deserves the mantle debates in comic book history. But it also had heart, and that's why it'd crush as a movie. Imagine Wally panicking. Do I step aside? Do I fight him? Do I call Batman? Wait, no. Batman's just going to say, I told you so. Meanwhile, the rest of the league is watching this speedster showdown like it's a very awkward Thanksgiving dinner with lightning bolts. The twist? It's not Barry at all. It's Yobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash, playing cosmic dress-up. Because apparently death and time travel mean nothing in the DC universe. A film adaptation could blend mystery, emotion, and turbocharged action with hilarious moments of disbelief. Plus, it gives Wally the screen time he deserves to shine as a fan-favorite Flash with heart, humor, and the best self-doubt arc this side of Gotham. Number 8. Justice League versus the Crime Syndicate. Ever looked in the mirror and thought, wow, I look kinda evil today? Now imagine your reflection steps out of the glass, punches you in the face, and tries to take over the world. Welcome to the Crime Syndicate storyline, where the Justice League goes toe-to-toe with their edgy, morally bankrupt doppelgangers from Earth 3, a place where being a good guy gets you shoved in a locker. The cast? Ultraman, basically Superman with the vibes of a bully from an 80s movie. Owlman, like Batman, but somehow more emotionally unavailable. Superwoman, Wonder Woman's chaotic evil twin with trust issues, and more. It's the League, if they drank black coffee, listened to true crime podcasts, and committed tax fraud for fun. This storyline isn't just an excuse to watch Superman fight someone who can also bench press a continent. It's a brilliant study in identity. Imagine the heroes facing versions of themselves that reflect everything they fear becoming. Batman staring down Owlman, who's like, we're the same, just with better leather. Flash racing Johnny Quick in a speed battle where the winner gets to keep the multiverse. It's a high-stakes drama with a side of existential crisis. A movie version would be pure popcorn fun. Cool action? Check. Evil mirror versions with better outfits? Check. Wonder Woman fighting herself while muttering, why are you like this? Plus, we all secretly want to see what the League would look like if they just stopped going to therapy and leaned into their villain era. Number 9. Wonder Woman's leadership. Look, we all love Batman's brooding plans and Superman's golden retriever energy, but let's be real. When the Justice League starts spiraling into chaos, it's Wonder Woman who tightens the lasso and says, there have been several arcs in the comics where Diana takes the reins, and honestly, it's about time she does in the movies too. She's the perfect blend of compassion and please don't make me throw a tank at you. She's the kind of leader who'll give you a heartfelt speech about truth and peace, then turn around and suplex a god through a mountain without smudging her eyeliner. One of her best leadership arcs comes when the League is fractured, everyone's sulking in their corners, and Batman solving trauma with spreadsheets. Wonder Woman walks in, sword in one hand, and restores order. She's not just a warrior, she's the moral compass, the strategist, the glue. Plus, she doesn't need a cave or a cape, just some bracelets, a glowing rope, and the energy of a woman who absolutely will not tolerate mansplaining. A movie highlighting her leadership would flip the usual Batman's the brains trope on its head. Give us Diana coordinating battle plans while also mediating a shouting match between Green Lantern and Aquaman. Let her carry the emotional and strategic weight without turning it into a Greek tragedy, because at the end of the day, the League isn't just about strength, it's about who can keep the team from killing each other, and that, my friends, is Queen Diana's job. Number 10. Final Crisis. If you've ever read Final Crisis and thought, wait, am I still sober? You're not alone. This storyline is the comic book equivalent of plugging your brain into a blender filled with mythology, multiverse math, and cosmic dread. But once you surrender to the madness, chef's kiss. The plot, kind of. Darkseid wins. Like really wins. He breaks reality, unravels time, turns Earth into a nightmare rave hosted by evil gods, and basically says, you know what? Free will is canceled. It's grim, it's trippy, and it gives the Justice League the ultimate, oh no, everything's on fire challenge. And yet, Final Crisis is also one of the most bonkers, beautiful superhero epics out there. Superman sings a note that saves the universe. The Flash outruns death. Batman whips out a god-slaying bullet and shoots Darkseid straight up like it's just another Tuesday. Then he dies. sort of. Then he time travels through caveman eras. Seriously. Now tell me this wouldn't make an absolutely unhinged, glorious movie. Let Batman shoot a space tyrant with a time Glock. Let Superman sing the multiverse back into alignment. And let the audience stumble out of the theater unsure if they just saw a movie or transcended dimensions. Final Crisis wouldn't just be a superhero film, it would be an experience, the kind that leaves you speechless, rewatches it 6 times, and Googles, did Batman actually die, or is he just stuck in dinosaur times? Yes, he is. And there you have it, 10 chaotic, heartfelt, ridiculously entertaining Justice League moments that the DCU needs to bring to the big screen ASAP. If Hollywood won't listen, maybe you will. Which one's your favorite? Which one did we miss? Think Batman's time gun is overkill? Drop your thoughts, roasts, and alternate picks in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Holly Molly for more comic chaos, superhero gossip, and totally necessary hot takes. Hit the bell icon like it's Guy Gardner's jaw, and let's keep the multiversal drama alive. Until next time, stay heroic, stay dramatic, and never trust Batman's contingency files.